Am I the a-hole for not supporting my cousin against our racist grandfather because I don't want to risk my inheritance? I, 45 male, have a cousin, 32 female, who I'm not close to. In fact, in the past 5 years we texted each other once. We also come from a very small family. She and I are the last kids. Besides us, there's only 4 other people left. I'm not close to our grandfather either. I moved away when I was 20, and have seen him twice in that time and haven't seen him at all since our grandmother passed. Several years ago, my cousin married someone of a different race and had kids. I don't have a problem with any of this, and to be honest, I don't even think about her or her family, so you can say I'm indifferent to the entire thing. However, our grandfather is super racist. He thinks it's an abomination, so he cut her and her family completely out of his will. He even cut out her mother, his daughter, because she supported the marriage. He told them what he was doing and told them several other things I can't put here. They haven't spoken to each other since that day. Recently he had a health scare and had to stay in the hospital for a few weeks. My mom, his other daughter, took care of him, and because of his advanced age, is working with his attorney to put things in order. This is when the inheritance issue resurfaced, because he really did disinherit my aunt, cousin, and that entire family. This means the only people left in his will are me, my mom, and 2 others. My cousin, aunt, and their family have been trying to rally us to stand against our grandfather to either change his will or for us to denounce his inheritance because it's the right thing to do. The thing is, I don't want to because I need the money. I don't have to agree with his worldviews, but I have bills to pay, and with the predicted economic downturn, his money will be a safety net if I lose my job. I told my cousin all of this, and she thinks I'm a racist a-hole. I tried telling her I'm not, and I just care about the money. She said if that's the case, I should stand with her to force him to change his will. I don't think it'll work out like she has it in her head. By the way, we're not talking about millions, and I'm not going to be able to play tennis with Elon Musk at the country club. It'll just be a nice safety net for several years if I lose my job and can't find a new one. Am I the a-hole for choosing my inheritance? Not the a-hole. Grab the cash, principals don't pay bills. You're not agreeing with him, just getting the money, and when he is gone, he is gone. First, your grandfather is clearly a huge a-hole. You are a bit of an a-hole for just telling your cousin sorry, but I need the money. The right thing to do is for all involved to sit down and commit to cousin and family that you will share the money as it would have been had they not been disinherited. Put it in writing. But for God's sake, don't tell Grandpa. Trying to force Grandpa to change his will ain't gonna work. It'll just get the whole pile donated to some racist organization instead. Take the money, but do right by your cousin, and make sure they all know it. Put nothing in writing, and be extra sure nothing is recorded. They may love you for saying this, but I can also see your cousin marching up to Granddad and saying, with that document, or recording, "See, we all think your disinheriting is wrong." And presto, you are among the disinherited. A general, "I'll see you never go hungry," might fly even with Grandpa, but this won't. Take the inheritance, then pass their share on to your cousin and her side of the family. You'll want, as beneficiaries, to file something called a deed of variation after your grandfather dies. Basically, this means that you as beneficiaries agree to change his will. If you do that, not the a-hole. If you just pocket all the cash, then you're an a-hole benefiting from racism, which also makes you a racist. Not the a-hole at all. All the you're the a-holes are detached from reality. A tactical decision to ensure your financial security does not make you a racist. Nor racist by extension. Don't bother with the fools telling you to sacrifice your financial well-being for ideals. These are uncertain economic times, nothing wrong in looking out for yourself. Also, don't split your inheritance with the disowned relatives either. On Reddit, racism is never okay. Call it out. Unless it's about money, then just be okay with it because you're getting a cut, and that's fine. Yeah, I like the idea to deceive his grandpa, then give the cousin's family their fair share of the money when grandpa passes. Your cousin can't force your grandfather to change his will. Neither can you. Neither can your mother. Nobody can. And do not plan your future based upon an inheritance. You don't know what will happen to your grandfather's estate between now and when he passes. He may end up leaving a fortune or leaving a mountain of debt. Your grandfather is a racist a-hole, and you're a bit of one for enabling him. However, at his advanced age, the likelihood that you would be able to change his opinion is negligible. But allowing his behavior just for money is really unsettling. So is the cousin an a-hole too? She's completely willing and wants the racist money. She is in fact trying to fight for it. So racist money is okay if she gets hers. It's only bad if she doesn't get some. This right here, this seems to be the thing a lot of people are missing by saying that the poster is a complicit racist by taking the racist money. So anyone who touches that money is inherently dirted? Everyone sucks here. Just because this is a prime example of how racism thrives. It's more convenient for you to remain silent, as is it convenient for most people to remain silent in the face of racism. Taking the money isn't an unexpected move, most people do similar things every day. But if you actually cared about the impact your grandfather's racism had, you would probably share a portion of the inheritance after he died. But if you didn't, again, wouldn't be surprising. More people than you think can accept racism when it works for them. Upsetting, yes. Surprising, never. I take the cash and give part to that family, but that's just me. Because you're not an a-hole. Opie won't even right that wrong, very selfish and hope cousin and take the hint. Opie is not, and has never been an ally. Not the a-hole. But let me get this straight, they were willing to inherit his money with no doubts before being cut out regardless of his obvious racist views, but if you do it now, that makes you racist. Clearly they don't have any principles either then, so don't feel bad and just take the cash. You're the a-hole. Grateful my family is poor and I don't have to compromise my morals for racist money. Can't believe how many people are okay with it, but then again it reminds me how deeply entrenched racism is in society that it's no big deal. And hey, might as well get paid. Just wow. Not the a-hole. And you can't force your grandfather to change the will now that he's sick. That would be a crime. I hate when families squabble over money like this. Best case scenario is to take the money after he dies and divide it equally among the heirs, but that is entirely your choice. But demanding that you turn down the money and calling you a racist is super crazy.